you set up Olivia on those 2 goals. Tell me about those 2 goals. They were kind of wild.
Yeah, it was super exciting. We needed that energy coming into the second half, and I know Liv's got that pace, so I just did my job and played her in.
What's it been like playing without Anson Dorrance so far and playing with him in the stands here tonight?
Nothing has really changed. She's been here, and I love Damon as a coach, so the transition has been really great, I think.
Did it mean anything to you guys to kind of get the win for yourselves, but also for him in his home debut?
Yes, for sure. It felt good for us and felt good to support him as a new coach.
On Olivia's first goal, she was kind of like posted up at this penalty spot, and then you just played it into her so easily. I mean, have you guys worked on that in the training grounds at all, or what was that? Impromptu or no?
Yeah, it's kind of just we always look for each other, and the connection between us is really key. So if we keep doing that the whole season, I think there will be a lot of goals.
Olivia's,
Go ahead.
she's made her presence felt on the field these past 3 games. Has she taken more of a leadership role off the field?
Yes, for sure. I look up to Liv a lot, honestly, as a freshman, and it's great that she can use her leadership on the field as well with the goals.
How would you describe this game? In a way, you guys dominated, but it ends up being pretty close. They pretty much were 50-50 on all their shots.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes it more exciting, and they clearly don't know that we can fight back, so they tried, but it was a really good fight.
What do you think overall you all improved from the first 2 games? It seemed like the passing was crisper than the first 2 games.
Yeah, I think we just need that energy, and when you have that energy, you can play the ball with more effort and get it zipping on the ground, and that builds a lot of tempo in the game, and obviously that helped us score.
What was Damon's message to you guys after the game?
He just wanted us to go out aggressive and beat them.
But after the game, just now in the circle there?
Yeah, always keep a positive mindset, he says, and I thought we did a good job.
And when you said things haven't really changed since Anson retired, can you describe some things about how so?
I think just our mentality as a team, and we stick together more, so we're here to support each other.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Yeah, you scored more goals in this game than you did all of last year. Is there anything tangible that's gone into that growth and that achievement?
I've definitely been working a lot more this season and leading up to it for preseason and just working with my coaches. So yeah, I guess I just developed a lot more since I wasn't injured, which is nice.
It's really aggressive. You outshot Georgia by yourself, and you had like 6 shots on goal. Is it a mentality that you bring to the game?
I'm just always looking to get in. That's my goal. So I take as many shots as I can if the opportunity presents itself.
I mean, it's just what presented itself for you today? Is anything in particular? What presented itself today to allow you to get so many shots?
I think I just did a good job of keeping my composure and patience on the ball. My coach has been telling me a lot about just being patient and waiting for it to develop and happen. So I think that's what helped today a lot. I was just more composed with myself.
How would you describe what it was like having your former coach, Anson Dorrance, up in the stands?
It felt just like last season. I could hear him in the stands, and it was nice, so it was cool.
Anything you noticed specifically that he was saying?
Go forward. Good. Olivia, good. Stuff like that. Usual Anson.
So it's kind of the same area, but just a little bit higher on the first.
Yeah.
So,
And it feels the same. He still comes to our practices, so it doesn't really feel like we lost him.
does it seem like Coach Nahas is kind of roaming the sidelines a little bit more than Anson did?
Wait, what?
Walking up and down the sidelines, pacing more than Anson did. It seemed like Anson would just, when he was coaching, was just kind of sit and watch.
It feels the same, honestly. Like, I don't see a difference in that at all.
When you scored your second goal, you had your celebration, but then you came over and hugged someone specifically on the bench. What was that about?
Well, Evelyn Shores told me that I was going to score on the left side of the net, and so I was like, this is all you, Ev, and she manifested it. She was giving me goal energy, and she was like, you're a second half scorer and all this, so I just knew I need to give Ev a hug, and I'm so excited for her to be back. So that was my whole thing.
What did it mean to you guys to help get Damon a win in his first game as interim head coach? I mean, he's under a lot of pressure, but did that mean something to you guys as a team?
It meant a lot for all of us because obviously our whole team loves Damon and we really want him to be our head coach next season. So I think this season is really all of us playing for him to prove how amazing of a coach he is and put it all into action.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Describe what it means to get a win in your interim debut here at home.
Well, I mean, honestly, we didn't talk about it much before, but internally it was important. You know, I even talking with Anson yesterday, knowing that he was going to be in the stands, you know, that meant a lot as well, and I know how proud he is. I mean, I've said this in my previous interviews. It's part of it is, and I want him to be proud of what's going on. I'd like to think, as much as it felt really good to get the home win, I feel like he'll leave here proud of what the team did. So, yeah, it's thrilling. I mean, obviously you want to get that home win. We had a good crowd for a 5 o'clock game, and I think any of those people that came to watch will come back to watch again. So we're excited.
And Olivia said she heard Anson still coaching from the first row.
Yeah, it's either he was, or it's just like flashbacks. You know what I mean? We don't know which one it is, but he was. Look, in the end, you know, Anson's around at trainings. He just loves it, and we embrace that. So he's a coach, he's a teacher by heart. So Kate said the same thing. Kate kept saying a couple of notes that he would always share with her, and she heard it during the game as well. So we embrace that. So it just shows the love that he has for the program and wanting it to succeed. So yeah, whatever he said then, I'm going to say, Liv, just keep listening.
It seemed like you maybe paced the sidelines a little bit more than Anson did during the game.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, if you watch me, even when he would sit there, I was doing this for the last 5 years. So
okay,
it's just that I'm in a different position.
Right.
You know, and I kept that seat open because it's not that he's gone, but just out of respect for him, not to sit in his seat.
What about Olivia basically taking control of the match with his 2 goals in the second half? She seemed so aggressive and all over the field. Can you talk about her overall play?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think a lot of these young players, the thing that we're fortunate is all of them want to make a play. All of them want to make a difference on the field. And sometimes when it doesn't happen, you can get really frustrated as a young player. And that's what we've really been working on with Liv, is just like her patience and calm, because she's so physically aggressive that sometimes it goes against her. And when she has a better, feeling about herself, like relaxed, she actually is faster and stronger. So today you felt a little bit of a calm, her decision making is better, and you just want your forwards to be able to feel the net. And she did today, so she deserved those 2 goals.
Are you saying she was maybe pushing it too much the first couple of games?
No, you know, when she was, you know, as a young player, she always, you know, she could kind of bully herself through sometimes. At a higher level, when you're playing against really teams, you got to kind of outsmart. And she's smart. She kind of knows, but sometimes she just loses a little bit of focus, her awareness. And the last couple of weeks, you can see her really working, and she's been so coachable. And you just see her evolution in the last 2 games. So for her to get the reward as a coach, you can't, you know, you just hope that. And she earned those 2 goals today.
Did you say that
Linda had 2 assists today, and one probably the easiest assist of her career into Olivia when she was there. What do you see from her today, Michael?
Well, look, Linda's a special talent. There's no question about that. And again, another game-changing type of a player. And as you guys see her more and more often, you see she's unique in her own way. And again, same thing. She's, you know, she wants to be a difference as well. So she scores goals, creates goals in the first half. You can see her a bit frustrated with herself. And we just talked about that to move on. We had a long conversation about, you know, I'm not worried about mistakes, but I'm worried about your reaction. And her second half was phenomenal. Yeah. And she seemed like, we just asked her to go out there and have fun. And that's when she's at her best, and it showed in the second half. It was a complete stark difference between first half and second half for her, so yeah.
What have you seen from her chemistry with Olivia?
Yeah, I mean, you can just see it. I mean, part of it is you can talk about it, but they got to organically let that develop. And you got to, we talk a lot about like wanting each other to succeed, celebrate each other's successes. So when you see one do something, you want that, you know, it's kind of a domino effect. So to see that organically happen as a coach, that's all you can ask for. I can ask for it, but they got to be willing to do it. And I think it showed today.
We talked to her a few minutes ago. She's so quiet. How have you instilled confidence in her as she's?
She's quiet confidence, right? She's a confident kid. You know, she grew up the first 10 years her life in Japan. That's where she grew up. Right? Her dad was in the military, and so she has a quiet demeanor, but she is a loud player. So sometimes you don't know what her emotions are, so you just want to remind her that you know, you're trusting her, allow her to make mistakes, because you know at any moment she can turn the game on a dime. So it's a little bit of patience with her too, but you're going to see some special things from her this year.
Did you say that you left Anson's seat open?
Yeah, for the game, I didn't want to wear a tie. I was like, I'm not wearing a tie. That's just not me. But just in here, just for me, in respect to him, for the first opening game, I didn't want to sit in his seat. And, for me, that was just, an homage to him a bit, just to kind of say thank you. And, I'm always having him on my mind, and I know he's supporting me along the way. So it was really a thank you to Anson.
That's just for this game.
Yeah, I don't know. We won. I might stay like that. I'm pretty superstitious, so we'll see.
I saw you signing some autographs. I'm not sure if those were your daughters or who were those little girls.
One of them was Avon Alvarez's daughter, Emmy, and then my daughter. My daughter, ironically, wanted me to sign her shoulder, which is kind of annoying. Now I'm gonna have to clean that off. So, but I want to just make a statement as well. There's a lot of really wonderful players that are here. Some that didn't play, that have been really working their butts off, that has got us to where we are today. And they're going to all get their opportunity at some point. We all see those on the field, but there's so much that's gone behind the scenes that I'm really, really proud of. No different. McKenna had a fantastic game today. McKenna, the first 2 games, she's worked hard over the last few years. Here's her opportunity. A couple of unfortunate mistakes in the first 2 games that she's just like beating her head, on the wall with. And we just kept, kind of giving her encouragement, and today what an assist she got to Kate, another great finish by Kate. So many great performances. Our back line, even though we gave her 3 goals, those are our mistakes. We got to clean those up. But from Emerson as a leader back there to 2 freshmen, to Miggs is a transfer too. It's really a team effort, and I hope that everybody enjoyed watching them play.
It seemed kind of weird. Didn't seem like a 1-goal game, but it was. How did it?
It's pretty annoying. It didn't, right? I mean, but that's the way the game is, right? You turn off for one moment. They were waiting for a mistake. They were waiting for some moments where you turn off. And really, as some young players, that moment where you feel like you're in control and you take a little bit of casual moment, and all of a sudden a really good forward, makes you pay. And that one girl scored 2 goals that were, fantastic. 2 good finishes. But we were in position to deny it. A little bit too aggressive in moments where they needed to be a little more intelligent. But we'll watch the film, and at the end of the day, you found a way to win. Now we just gotta, minimize some of the opportunities we're giving these teams.
I think the passing was crisper this game than the first 2 in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean the first game you expected it a bit. It's a tough road trip to go out to Colorado. Denver played a heck of a game. They left everything on the field. Denver, when we played them, it was a good test for us in a different way. And then we played in Colorado. It looked slow because the grass was so high. In Colorado, they let the grass go high. It was 90 plus degrees. We're in 5 days into the altitude. So even though we had the ball a lot of the time, the grass affected. So we came on here like a carpet. We had no choice but to look a little bit faster today. So, but the crispness and the fluidity of the game that we've been working on this week has been pretty cool.
Just one last thing.
Yeah,
Did
sure.
you come into the season expecting Olivia to be so productive, or has it been kind of a surprise?
Yeah, I threatened her in the offseason. So you have no choice. She got hurt last year, and now you got to make up for all those games you missed. Look, Liv is a game-changing player. The biggest thing with Liv is how much commitment that you want to make to getting better, to adjust some of her style. We always knew she was physical and fast and aggressive. We wanted to add some pieces to that to make her less predictable. And at the end you can ask that, but the choice of the player is whether you do that or not. And all summer long, into this preseason, she has been absolutely wonderful. So to see her face and come over here and celebrate, she's earned that joy, and I'm just really proud of her.
What was her injury last season?
It was her hamstring. Got
Right
like
hamstring?
detached, and we try to bring her back, towards the end of the season. But in Alabama, she was going on a breakaway, tried to shoot, and her hamstring went. And then she tried to come back, but it just never worked. So she never really was herself last year.
Great stuff, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.